All right, what's good in the hood? What's good? Look, this a good video today. It's going to be based on a very good friend and someone that done made DMV history, and that's Coach Trey Mimes. You know, I'm trying to figure out where I want to start by just giving him his flowers while he melon. Um, what can I say? You know, far as I'm concerned, he's having sent. Meaning that the basketball gods sent him to HD Woodson. And with that being said, he done put HD Woodson on the map for being a powerhouse high school when it comes to basketball now. Because, and I say that on the strength of they the ones that's holding a perfect record, 33-0. You know, my high school Spingarn did it first in 1985, 1986. And that record held for 30 years. And H.D. Woodson and Coach Trey Mimes came to H.D. Woodson, and in 6 years, he won 3 titles. Been in 4 championships, won 3 titles. That's like the Redskins, you guys. They've been in 4 championships and we won 3. Just to let y'all know the analytics of that. So, with that being said, you know, it's just a beautiful thing to have witnessed. Every game that I came, I recorded. I got the footage, and but I got the main footage. The main footage was at the championship game at GW. The championship game at UDC, which is also my, well, it's not my alma mater because I didn't finish, but I attended UDC. So they won the championship. No, they won the game to get in the championship on UDC gym on their floor, which is our home court, my home court, because I was a Firebird. I went for a semester, 2 semesters for a year, and so all that was just special. You know what I'm saying? And so I was part of that, and what make it so sweet, my nephew got to be part of something great. And I told him, I say, bro, it's a lot of people that compete and they don't win nothing. They don't even get to step their toe in a championship. You know what I'm saying? So you done something great in your lifetime, early in life. So you're not gonna really appreciate it until you get my age. When you get my age in your 50s, your 40s, and you have your sons or your daughters and they start competing, and when they lose, because that's how it happened for me. When they lose, you gotta pep them up. You gotta give them the speech of defeat and how you went through it, but how you soldiered on. You know what I'm saying? You picked up the pieces. You went back in the lab. You committed yourself to your skill set, and you made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you could throw in his case. This is my youngest nephew. I won 3 championships. Actually, he won 4 because he won a JV title, which they don't record. They don't record the stats at all. And, you know, those that know that it happened, it happened. But, we know that it happened because I got the footage, I got the pictures, we got the trophies that they was given, and my nephew was MVP of that game. He hit 32 points. So if nobody else recognizes it, we're going to recognize it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do over here, Team Chamberlain Champions. We don't disregard nothing. Any accolade of any success, you get an A on your report card, it's a big deal. You feel me? That's how we carry it right here. You know what I'm saying? We quick to celebrate nonsense and bullshit, but somebody graduate college is, eh, oh well. But let somebody get out of jail. It's like a damn parade. It's backwards as shit, you know. But I get it. This is how we act in the hood. But it don't make it right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm changing the narrative, you know, by if you don't went to school and got your college degree, you really disciplined yourself and went through the grind, you sacrificed, you was focused. I want to celebrate you because it's not easy. I didn't complete school. So that's why I'm big on giving somebody their props that really sacrificed and made it through to the other side. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I didn't do. And so I know for a fact it's not easy. And I tell people, some people got the support, they got the finance, so they could breeze through. It's very rare that you have no support, but you so determined and you gonna see it through. I wish I was that person, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother allowed me to work on the weekends and she took care of my expenses, paid for my classes, paid for my books. My little weekend check that I was getting was my money for my pocket money to buy my clothes, shoes, gas, and my little ride. And when she died, all that went out the window. It was no help. You know what I'm saying? So I had a decision to make. Do I want to soldier on? But I knew my strength. I knew I couldn't work and go to school at the same time. I wasn't built like that. I can have all the determination, but you got to keep it real with yourself. And I just couldn't do it. And so I made a decision to leave school. So I very much am a cheerleader for anybody that's going to school. I want you to finish. I want you to get through to the other side for those of us that couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? At some point, I guess I'll go to UMBC. What is it? They changed it, right? The Maryland school. Um, for adults. And I told my son, once you get your degree, I'm gonna go get mine. I'm gonna go finish up, and or I might wait till I retire, where I have all the time to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'll be 99 walking across the stage, getting my papers. And I'll start with an associate's and go up to a PhD. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dude. I'm a type of dude that'll do that. You know what I'm saying? But everything else got to be in order. I'm gonna have to have that time to do it and the finance to do it. So, like Oprah said, if opportunity and time coincide, it can happen. You know what I'm saying? So, so salute to everybody that did what they did and was successful at it. I hope you're winning in life, you know, but at the end of the day, don't make nobody feel small because you made it and they didn't. Because the way God give it to you, he could take it from you. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, because people say, well, once you got your education, can't nobody take it from you. I ain't talking about in that retrospect. You know, I'm talking about whatever your specialty is and you need a certifications or a license for your credential to operate as a professional. Suppose you do something which is considered gross negligence, okay? And they take your license, they take your credential. You know what I'm saying? Or you know how you gonna work, how you gonna perform in your specialty. You know what I'm saying? So something freakish will happen like that. If you feel like you so high and mighty and everybody peasants, because you got yours. Now, I will take shit from somebody that was faced with adversity and they were determined and they felt that pain, they grind, they made it through. And if you're bitter from the pain that it went through to get yours and you carry it like, you know, I ain't taking nothing from nobody. And I'm gonna give you this pain that I went through. I can respect that. Cause you had it hard, you had it rough. But what you're not gonna do is have all the support in the world, and then when you make it through, you act like you did it by yourself. I'm not accepting that. Because I'm gonna let you know you had help. You didn't do it by yourself. Yes, you was in the classroom. Yes, you did the work. But if somebody holding you down, family member, a significant other, your husband, your wife, whoever, if they allow things to be comfortable for you, like not have to worry about bills or food, you ain't had to pay your car note, your insurance. All you needed to do was study. Then you come out on the other side like you did it by yourself totally. I don't like that. And if I find out you had the systems, I'm gonna call you out. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to act like that. You need to be grateful and respectful that you had the support. Because a lot of us don't, or didn't have it, or had it, and then it was taken from us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? When God give you a gift, be grateful. You know, when God grants you a gift, be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you high and mighty and the way, as they say, the people you see going up, you're going to see them same people coming down. Remember that. All right, let's get into the feature. Coach Trey Mimes. Now, let me tell you how special this brother is. Not only was he a baller himself at Virginia State, he holds the 3-point record in CIAA history. Unless somebody broke it since the time I heard about this stat. And anyway, Virginia State is awarding my man uh, in the Virginia State Basketball Hall of Fame. Let's get that man a hand. That's fam right there. You know, my nephew was on that team with him that he coached. My nephew, a 33-0 champion because of him. And not only that, they won 3 chips together. My nephew and the team and this coach. My nephew got 4 championships because he won the JV drink, but it wasn't under him. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some visuals because I know you might have, man, who you talking about? Who you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm going to tell you how special this brother is, you know. You know, he's a husband, he's a dad, he's a a brother, you know, he a son to his parents. And I've been in this man home. He's gracious and just a good brother all around. Trey Mines right there, Coach Trey. Now, not only was he coaching public school, but he was coaching AAU, the Virginia Loaded team. You know what I'm saying? Virginia Loaded. And this AAU team was often getting to the invitation in Las Vegas. When we went out to Vegas in 2016 to the Hoodie Awards, the last Hoodie Awards that Steve Harvey had, they were out there and they were posting on social media that they was in Vegas and we linked up. It wasn't planned, it wasn't scripted. And we had just missed Patrick Ewing, not Patrick Ewing, Shaquille O'Neal. I ran into Jerry Stackhouse, and some of the coaches from the college level was there checking out these kids from around the world in this tournament. And they wind up winning this tournament the following year, which was 2017. Now, mind you, he done just won 3 titles, okay? On the DC public school, high school level. 2014 and 2015, this man done won 3 titles. And the last game was a 33-0 record. You know what I'm saying? You know, of all the games they played in 2015 amounted to 33-0. Not only that, they beat Gonzaga in a double overtime semi-championship game for them to get to the championship to play Friendship Collegiate. And they beat them 69-42. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a match. And that game was played at GW, George Washington University. And what was so crazy about that, George Washington men's basketball team was in the NIT conference and they won the championship. So while they were where they were, look it up, you find out where they was at playing in the NIT tournament and winning that. HD Woodson was on their home court, downtown DC, George Washington University, winning their championship, which made them 32-0. And then they played the All-Star game over there by the one of them charter schools and in their gymnasium. It's real nice over there by the old Street Market. Um, I forget the name. It's a not prep school, but it's a charter school, and they played in their gymnasium. So the DC All Star consisted of the best public school team and the best. Okay, with the kids from the best public school players, the kids from the teams, the best players off the team of the public school, and the best players from the team of Catholic school or private school. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that game granted them 33-0 when they won that All-Star game. And then they got invited to Vegas to play another team that was undefeated from Milwaukee. And Trey was like, you know what? We ain't going to wear out our welcome. We ain't going to press our luck and get a L under our perfect record. We good. We beat everybody in DC where we are at. We ain't going nowhere to somebody else's backyard, even though Milwaukee and we coming from the DMV, Vegas was a neutral place, but we was good. He say, man, we good. Honestly, I think they could have beat him. You know what I'm saying? But he called it and say, you know what? This been a miraculous year. and I keep bumping that the first 15 games, they had 8 players playing teams that had 15 to 22 kids sitting on that bench. And they were rotating guys in and out. So they had a starting five and 3 guys on the bench, which one of them guys was my nephew. That was the one of the 8 dudes. I called them the elite 8. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? They held it down the first 15 games. And then when guys got off of academic probation and when guys lateraled over from the football team to get more bodies, so it was like watching what's my man name? That coach Philly now. I forget his name. Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers when he was coaching Boston with Durant, not Durant, Garnett. Uh, 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 what's my man name? Garnett, Paul Pierce, and what's my other man name? That was in what was that joint? Oh man, what was that movie? He was in the Spike Lee basketball movie with Denzel Washington and Hill Hopper in it. I forget my man name. Oh man. Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to look it up, man. And what was the name of that drink? Oh man. Thank God for Google University. They got all the info. You know what I'm saying? I could see the dude face. I can't. Who played with Garnett in the Boston trip? Ray Allen. It hit me as soon as I did it. Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So um so Trey was a Virginia State basketball star on the CIAA circuit under their umbrella for their tournament. Um, he could have went overseas and played ball, but I think he studied computer science and a great job landed when he graduated. So he took the job and he was being smart about it. He analyzed that I might go overseas and make 100,000 for 5 years, and then that might be my run. But if I take this great government job, I can get 30 years and a lifetime pension and a 401k with full health benefits. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he made that decision. Him and his family was like, that's the better move. I mean, it ain't like it's the NBA, and it wasn't like it is now when you go overseas and you ball out, then the NBA scouts out there looking at you and bring you back to the States and want to do a deal with you. So, we talking maybe 10 years ago, because I think he in his early 30s. So let's say 15 years ago, he was in school, or 10 years, something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? I really can't pinpoint it. He not that young now, but he was when he was coaching in 2015 15 on back for 6 years. So he was like, I don't even think he was 25 yet, or he was 25. So anyway, uh, just want to shout this man out, a great man, a great coach. He really had a lot of personalities under his command, which wasn't so great all the time. So he had to be a father figure, a big brother, a shoulder to lean on. A lot of the kids was going through issues that the kids in the hood go through, like seeing their mom and dad abusing, narcotics or substance, and you know, some kids didn't have food to eat, and he went and bought them food and bought them, underwear and t-shirts, and this doing his part, because he loved his players on that level. And if they were getting in trouble in school, or needed to do better, them teachers reached out to him, and he sat down with the players and got a plan together. Say, look, man, they're gonna kick you off the team. We need you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to buckle down and get your lessons so you can stay on the team, so you can get a scholarship and go play ball. This is your ticket up out of here. So don't blow your chance because you want to walk the halls all day. Take your butt to class. So, he was famous for stepping to these kids like that. And they received it because they knew he cared. I remember my son years ago, he was in the second grade. He didn't like a particular teacher. And, it just turned out that the teacher was used to being in a private school. She had a PhD. They welcomed her with the PhD to teach in their school, but the lady was used to private school kids, not public school kids. So it was a culture shock. And therefore, the lady was like, she wasn't tuned in. She was just getting through her day, collecting her check. Instead of saying, I can't put up with these kids, I need to go back where I came from, she just was checked out. You know what I'm saying? She called everybody parents, those that showed, they showed, and those that didn't show. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was like Chuck E. Cheese in her classroom. I come up there because she kept calling me to death, acting like my son was a menace. So I go up there to see what's going on. So I went up there unexpected, and they let me go to the class. So I'm just looking in the window. It's like recess, and it wasn't recess. So I go in there and I say, what's going on? And she looked so flustered. She was like, she need help, and she was like, do you mind volunteering? She said, Mr. Chambers, you are the only male that I reached out to that actually came. Usually it's the mothers that comes up here. And you the only male. And then not that I was in there yelling at them kids and that, but just my presence. Them kids sat their butt down. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking around the room and they was like, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? Do he work here? Is he the new police? Is he security? I guess I had where I was on some, y'all better sit y'all butt down type, but I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to figure out what was up. I mean, was they on recess or what? But they wasn't. So I figured out and I found out the teacher kept calling me because I was responding. Then I come up there, but I had to discipline my son, and I asked him. I say, look, that's somebody's grandmother. That's somebody's mother that you guys